This is Marie Gasper-Hulvat and
Juli-Ann Gasper.
And we're standing in the new Tretiakov Gallery in Moscow, Russia, in front of Vasily Kandinsky's composition 7 from 1913. It's about 6 foot by 8 or 10 feet painting, full of all sorts of crazy shapes in bright colors. Kandinsky was one of the first people who really broke into fully abstract art. Art that just fully does not look like anything that one sees with the naked eye. There are no people, there are no buildings, there's no nature, it's just paint. And all sorts of different shapes. Crazy.
Lots of lines
Mm-hmm.
in black
Mm-hmm.
that are narrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then lots of wider lines in different colors, and they're shaded, in, like the oranges and the yellows and the pinks up there.
Up at the top in the center, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kandinsky was gifted with a condition, I guess one could say, called synesthesia, in which one sees colors when one hears sounds. Certain people have this ability to actually, it happens in their brains. The impact of the sense of sound creates colors in their minds. And so for Kandinsky, the sound of music was full of color. And one can imagine this composition and many others that he did to be like a symphony or a work of modern music.
I think this is more likely modern music
Mm-hmm.
than a symphony,
Okay.
because the symphony has a particular structure.
Mm-hmm.
This is very random.
But if you think about it, music is one of the few forms of art prior to abstract painting which doesn't have a subject. Music exists as music. It doesn't have a person depicted in it. It doesn't have a landscape. It can be interpreted.
Mm-hmm.
And you can think about those things while you're hearing the music, but there's no specific thing that is depicted. And that's one of the things that abstract artists, like especially Kandinsky, wanted to think about, is how is it that music is not figurative, does not have any figures or representation through its art, and how do we make painting like music and have painting just exist as painting, just like music just exists as music.
So a particular piece of music called the Moldau evokes in us a feeling of a river, but perhaps that's only because that's what the composer named it.
Yes.
If the composer had not put that name on it, instead had put some other name, then we would see a different picture in our minds.
Mm-hmm. And even with that name, you might see a different picture in your mind when you hear the music. In the same way, the abstract piece of art, of painting, can evoke all sorts of different sensations, ideas. It's very ambiguous. It doesn't allow for one specific interpretation, but forces you to think about how it impacts you specifically, what you see in it, how it makes you feel, the emotional content in it. That's what the abstract painter was trying to get at.